Hello everybody, my name is Jason Brenner, and today for my Com 101 Persuasive Speech assignment, I decided to talk about something really important to me, and it's a bit of a frustration, and which is why it's important to me. Deaf education in the United States is a mess. It's a huge, frustrating mess that just seems like it doesn't really have a solution. It does. Sign language. I think sign language should take as much as or more of a role in deaf education than speech training. The reason why is because language acquisition, it's so much easier for us to pick up sign language than speech. We spend years trying to learn how to talk, but yay, we can talk, those of us who can. There's a lot of us who just simply can't and cannot learn and never will. Yeah, a lot of us, those of us who can talk, it's just like a guessing game. In a documentary called Through Deaf Eyes, a woman who's being interviewed, a deaf woman named Kristen Harmon, she mentioned she was silent at first, and then she started talking, and she said, "I want to show you that I can talk." Great, but it's still very one way. She can talk to you as a hearing person, you would understand her. But when you speak to her, it's just miss. It's a guessing game. And then another lady named Rosalind Gannon in the same documentary, she's being interviewed. She said that I spent so much time trying to learn how to talk when I could have been learning other things. She's silent throughout the interview. Clearly, she prefers sign language. It's just easier to pick up. My professor, Anthony Adamo, who's my first ASL teacher, mentioned that it's a visual language. We can pick it up. We can't really pick up speech. And in the United States, in deaf education, speech is so dominant in everything, even more so than anything else, like math or reading or English, anything. Even though we're learning how to talk, we're being pulled out of our English composition classes. We're being pulled out of all of these classes. And I'm not the only one, I've had to do that too. There's a woman named Jessica Flores. She was pulled out of those classes too. She's a deaf YouTuber. And she said, I just missed a lot of it, a lot of what I was supposed to be learning in school. We were spending years just trying to learn how to talk. Great. But she can't understand hearing people very well until she learned how to sign. And it's just language acquisition. It's just a huge part of why we need sign language to be so central in our lives in the United States. Another important thing about sign language is culture, the community, the deaf community. As deaf people, we're pretty lonely in the hearing world because we can't understand the vast majority of what people are saying. I mean, when I hang out with my friends and I go to their parties, I love hanging out with them, but I miss the vast majority of what everybody says. I'm not the only one. Just go to the deaf subreddit on Reddit. This is a common issue. We go hang out with our hearing friends and family, and we don't understand anything, so we're pretty lonely. We have a deaf community in the United States, and there's deaf communities throughout the world. In the United States, the deaf community has a lot of events and socials and coffee meetings. It's really fun to know that even though we're stuck alone in the hearing world, we can go hang out with the rest of the people that are like us, and we can communicate with them much easier because we have ASL, American Sign Language. It's amazing. And to know ASL is kind of a blessing because, especially in the United States, if you don't know ASL, if you don't know sign language, and you're only learning how to talk, you're kind of left in the dust. You're pretty lonely. And then you have the confidence factor of sign language. This is the third part of it. When you can speak and hear, as a hearing person, you have a degree of confidence. You might not think so, but you have a degree of confidence in being able to communicate with the vast majority of people than deaf people. A lot of deaf people are just kind of left in the dark. Even if we can speak, we're very much left in the dark trying to understand people, especially now in the pandemic when everybody's wearing masks, because we can't lip read even if we can speak and know other people are speaking. the math is just a huge problem. Signing just cuts right through that. When we communicate with other deaf people, yes, our mouths are part of signing, but we can still very much understand each other with just signing and our mouths are covered. We have more confidence to do that. We have more self-assurance. And just knowing sign language, just knowing that we have a solid ability to communicate with anybody that knows sign language, it just helps our confidence that much more than the deaf person who doesn't know how to sign and don't know how to talk. I was one of those people until I learned sign language. It's helped my confidence big time. A lady named Ren, R-E-N, she said she loved signing in her hashtag Why I Sign video. She said it just gave her confidence because of being able to communicate, because of the community that comes with the language. And then there's another lady named Jessica Flores. She really loved learning sign language, even though it was pretty late in her life. She loved learning sign language because she was able to use it practically. She had to go to a hospital for a procedure, and she was able to ask for an interpreter. Even though she was still new to the language, she understood the interpreter more than she understood the human doctor who was speaking to her. She had years of speech training, years, decades. I'm not calling her old, but she's had decades of speech training. But just knowing you're able to communicate with an interpreter and talk about something that's immeasurably important to your life with an interpreter and a doctor, sign language is just amazing. It's pretty much a band-aid solution to everything in the deaf education system in the United States. And it's just really frustrating that it's not taking that so. In the United States, it's clearly spoken English centric. It's all about speech. Oh wow, you speak really well for a deaf person. That's amazing. Great, but I can't understand you. Please, son. Even though if we can't understand you, we can have an interpreter. We can hire interpreters to talk to you, and you can talk to them or talk to us through them, and they just act as a language mediator. It just works. Sign language is the solution to all of these issues. And that's why I think sign language should take a more central role than speech training in deaf education in the United States. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope you have a good night.